So, hello everyone. Today we'll be covering the part 2 session. Okay, the part 2 session mainly will be on the pseudocode that we will be writing, and also that will be containing the coding. So, we will basically do the coding as well. So, let me basically start with the part 2 session. Okay, so let me clear this so that I can explain it to you. Okay. So now we have an array. We have a set of array 1 comma 3, 6 comma 8, 9 comma 10, and 2 comma 4. Now what do we do over here? Okay. So first step number 1 is we will sort it in the ascending order. Now ascending order meaning what? Like why we are going to sort it in the ascending order. Now you have an interval from 1 to 3. Okay. So now the next immediate digit will be 2 to 4, okay? And then 6 to 8. The reason is when you sort it in ascending order, you will be able to easily capture or able to easily identify the overlapping intervals, and you will be able to merge them. That's why we sort it. So our first step is sort the uh, intervals, okay, in ascending order. Now, for sorting, after you've sorted the intervals in the ascending order, you now get the new uh, array. Okay, so what becomes a new array? 1 comma 3. Then after 1 comes 2, 2 comma 4. After 2 comes 6, 6 comma 8. After 6 comes 9, 9 comma 10. This is the first step. Now, second step. Let's move on to the second step. For second step, what I'll do is I will let me just hide this. I'll create a table, okay, okay, and I'll create it into three parts. I'll tell you why I'm creating it into three parts. What is the reason? So now in the second part, what we need to do is that if you go to the question, you'll come to know that they have asked to merge all the overlapping intervals and return the non-overlapping intervals. So in the end, you need to basically return the non-overlapping intervals, correct? So your result, let me keep your result. So your result will be the non-overlapping intervals. Currently it is nothing. Then, then we also discussed that we will be identifying the overlapping intervals and we will be merging them. So we need merge interval as well. Okay, so merge interval, what I will be doing is that I will be assigning to 1. I mean, I'll be assuming that 1 comma 3 is the merge interval. Now what do we have to do is that we are going to basically, we have kept the pointer over here, right? That means we know that the merge interval is 1 comma 3. Now you compare it with 2 comma 4. So when you compare it with 2 comma 4, what happens? You will get a, obviously 2 is less than 3, that means 2 is within 1 comma 3. So what happens is that when 2 is within 1 comma 3, that means these two intervals are overlapping. So what do we do is that we will basically run a for loop. Okay, now inside this for loop, what is going to happen? You're going to compare 1 comma 3 with 2 comma 4. Okay, now you will tell me that okay, are we going to only compare it with 2 comma 4 or with 6 comma 8 with 9 comma 10? Now just hear me out. We don't have to compare it with the other because we have already sorted in the ascending order. So now even if you compare 1 comma 3 and 6 comma 8, they are never going to be overlapping. Okay, So what do we do is that we uh we create a for loop. Okay, now in this for loop I have actually marked my merge interval as 1 comma 3. Now I need to basically loop for every element. So now my I becomes 1 and it goes till n minus 1. So now what happens is that my I is equal to 1. So my current interval is nothing but 2 comma 4. So let's keep here the current interval. Okay. Now we need to do a very, very important check. Okay. Sorry, I've just put this on. This is the loop. This is this. This is this. Okay. Just let's make it a little cleaner. Now we have 1 comma 3 and we have 2 comma 4. We need to check, is there any overlapping element? How will you check there is any overlapping element or no? Now, the easiest way to check there is an overlapping element or no is you check the first element lies within this or no. Okay, and definitely it lies. Matlab 2 is there between 1 and 3. Okay, that means 2 is less than 3. Then only what will happen is, if 2 is less than 3, then only it will be a overlapping array. That means the first index of the current interval should be within the last index of the merge interval. So if you check this, what happens is that you will be basically checking the current interval and merge interval overlap or no. If they overlap, okay, then you will be, if yes and no. If they overlap, you will merge it. Now, how will you merge it? Merging is also a very simple thing. Okay. Now, जैसे कि you have 1 comma 3 and 2 comma 4. So merge interval. So that means a new merge interval will be 1, because the starting will always never change. It's just the ending. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the last element, what is the maximum between the last elements of merge interval and current interval? Obviously 4. So it will be 1 comma 4. So now your new merge interval becomes 1 comma 4. Got it? Now let's go ahead. Now my new merge interval becomes 1 comma 4, but my current interval becomes what? 6 comma 8. Now I don't have anything non-overlapping, so that is why I'm keeping it as a empty. Okay. Now again we need to compare these two. Okay, 1 comma 4. Okay, so what did we do? 1 comma 4 is the 6 comma 8. Is the first element lying within the 4? No, it, in fact it is basically, this is not even less than this, it's greater. That means there is no common connection between both the intervals. So what happens is that in this case we need to basically push the merge interval into the non overlapping array. Okay, so what happens is that your 1 comma 4 now becomes your new merge interval. S is not there, only no is there, interval. And sorry, let me explain this again. So now what happens is that, one second, I'll just explain this part again. So see, what happens is that you have 1 comma 4 and now you have 6 comma 8, right? So your new merge interval is not at all overlapping. 4, 1 comma 4, 6 comma 8 doesn't have anything overlapping in between them. And therefore, now your 1 comma 4 which is there, becomes your non-overlapping interval. Okay, so you push it into the result. Okay, so obviously you will do result dot push, and your 1 comma 4 now becomes your non-overlapping element. Okay, and your 6 comma 8 now becomes your new merge interval. That means we are passing it over here, and we are passing this over here. So now 6 comma 8 becomes the new merge interval, and 1 comma 4 gets pushed. Okay, understood this much? Now, after we do this, let's go to the next iteration, right? So the next iteration is what? Yeah. So the next iteration is, what is the current interval now? 9 comma 10. So we will go to 9 comma 10. Now check once again. Is there anything common? 8, 9, this ends at 8 and it's the next number. That means there is nothing in common. So if nothing is common, what happens is this which is there 6 comma 8 now becomes your non overlapping element. So I will add 1 comma 4 with 6 comma 8, and now 9 comma 10 becomes your new merge interval. Now help me understand, after 9 comma 10 there is nothing that you can see, correct? There's nothing that you can see. So now, is it basically overlapping with anything? No, we don't have anything. So we, in order, so basically, actually, we have completed the loop. The loop is completed, but the last element is not yet pushed. We have to also consider this as a non-overlapping element. So after the for loop gets completed, we will basically push it inside this. And now your, whatever your new array becomes, it has, you have the result. What is the result? The result is 1 4 6 8 and 9 10. Have you understood this clearly? So what we have done over here is, step number 1, we have sorted the intervals, so that first thing is we can merge the arrays, two arrays, two adjacent intervals, and we don't have to loop each interval with rest of the intervals, which becomes n square, and that is a very big issue. Second is, we identify which arrays, which intervals are overlapping, and we will merge them. And if they are not overlapping, then we will basically push them into the non-overlapping array set. Okay, so that is the way